Hey guys, it's Lisa. Welcome to Banning, Panning and Beyond. I just wanted to jump on here. I'm makeup free and it's just a quick intro before I get into the looks I've done for my palette bingo for the week with my Zodiac palette. I didn't want to come in on here with my eyeshadow done and sort of give away the fifth and final look that I'm going to do. So I will just let you know that I've already downloaded the footage from the first 4 days, and I was actually, to be honest, I was quite disappointed with how the looks came across with my video camera. I don't know whether it's the lighting from the ring light. I've mucked around multiple times with the settings. Today I'm filming with some of the sort of blinds down. I've got 2 blinds on my window, so there's still plenty of natural light coming in, so I know that does affect the way colour shows greatly. And we've had a lot of rain and a lot of cloudy days recently, so I've been sort of playing around with that. But what I guess I haven't decided yet. I will re-look at the footage. I kind of feel like it's pointless to put it in and for you guys to sit through it if you can't actually see the looks, but maybe that's also a good reason to put it in, so you know, you guys can see what a difference the lighting does make. In one of the videos I was playing with the adjustments for the color temperature and the brightness on the ring light. It could also be my camera, because like the video camera, because it is very old. I'm not in a position to be buying a new one just for the sake of an experiment. So like I said, we'll see how we go. Worst case scenario, I have got photos that I've taken with my iPhone, so I can insert those. So we'll see how we go. And I also wanted to touch on the last video I put up in regards to my February recap and my trip away. Looking at that, I realised I really wasn't in travelling well when I did it, and there was some things I wanted to talk about in that video which at the time completely escaped me, so I may touch on those again at some point in the future. I did want to also clarify that I mentioned about my uncle with his kidney transplant, and I often go off on tangents and lose track of where I'm at when I'm talking, so it sort of came across in the video, which I meant to correct. And again, like, because I wasn't traveling real well when I did the editing, I missed it, and it takes forever to edit. I did actually try to edit when my initial transition card came up, where I sort of put the subject of the video. I did that, and for some reason there was an issue when I first uploaded it, where it's normally would say, you know, my monthly memo, February recap or whatever. It didn't come up, so I had to go back in to the original file and change that. Then I had to export it again. Then I had to convert the file into a suitable file type to upload. It sort of like compresses the file, so it's a quicker upload to YouTube. All of that, and that took me about an hour, only for me to realize after I'd gone through all of that for some reason the typing disappeared again. So I don't know what happened there. It hasn't happened to me before, but sometimes it just gets to a point where it's really not worth oops, my friend Siobhan had just tried to message me or ring me. We're going to do a video chat. She's gone to Auckland on a bit of a shopping trip, so I'll bring her back in a sec. But yeah, so where was I? See, I get really distracted. Oh yeah, so just with the editing, how long it takes, sometimes it's just not worth trying to go back in, and I just have to accept that's part and parcel of being on YouTube, is that you don't get all your videos perfect. I realised that even the writing that I looked good at the time in black, but then when I watched it this morning on my phone, I realised that the black text, although it looked better at the time against the footage, didn't show up real well. So that's, you know, something I've learnt, and it's part of the process in in getting better. So I will bear that in mind for future. But I did mean to let you guys know that I mentioned about my uncle with his kidney transplant, and it sort of came across as though I wasn't aware of the transplant, which obviously I was aware that he'd had the transplant, but what I was going to say and what I sort of got muddled up on was that it was the fact that he had a video on the at-home dialysis. I wasn't sure, like I didn't realise, sorry, that he had a video on that and everything. So it was just the way that I said it that it came across different. Maybe nobody else noticed, but I did, and I meant to correct it. And it's one of the reasons, like I said, I didn't go back in and edit that, because it really is time consuming with all the file conversions and uploading. Yeah, so I just wanted to quickly mention that, and the issues I'm having with the lighting, and we'll see how we go with that all. And now I'm going to go in and get my final look done, and hopefully I'll have this video up for you guys in 2 days. Okay, I'll be back at the end of the video with the final look and letting you know what I plan on doing for next week. Hey guys, it's day one of my palette bingo with my Zodiac palette, and here it is. I managed to use all 6 pans today. I'm not sure that you can actually tell that I've used all 6, so I'll just hold up the palette and let you know. I don't know if you'll be able to see that I've been digging into a few. There's a fair bit of reflection there, as per usual. So today I've got this colour on as my inner highlight, which you can see there, and then I had this one on the lid, so I'm not sure if you can actually see it. I think, yeah, there you can see it there. I actually used this as a brown. As I said, the monitor throws me off. I think you guys can see the colours better than what I can see at the moment, but basically I used that to deepen up with this colour on my lower lash line. I used this really bright pink here, but with a really fluffy brush, just to sort of set down my base, and I've then gone in sort of in the crease, just above the crease with this one, and I sort of deepened the crease up with this one mixed with the brown as well. So that was all 6 colours. I'm pretty happy with the look, and I decided to go all out and go with a dark lip as well. So that was the Hello, I saved that one, I'll try and get in there, Hello Stranger from Colourpop. So yeah, so that's the look I came up with on day one, and yeah, something different for me. So we will see how I go with day 2. So I'll see you soon. Hey guys, it's day 2 of my palette bingo with my Zodiac palette, and today I used all of the colours bar the bright pink. So I'm just going to hold that back up again just to remind you. I've got the blue, the brown. I didn't use the bright pink, and I used both the purples, and then I used this shimmery pink up the top. So I thought yesterday maybe I had not sort of pushed myself hard enough, and I've also experimented with a little bit of a different shape today. So this is the result. I'll get up nice and close so hopefully you guys can see that. It's hard to I'm just playing with the colouring. You'll see this will show up. So I've gone from like sort of that is the warmest to we're going all the way up to where it's super sort of blue light. So normally I have it sort of set down around there somewhere, and just with the brightness you can see what a difference that makes with the lighting as well. So you know, you've got to bear in mind that that's always something that affects the colouring in pictures and on film, so I'll insert some pictures as well, because like I said, it's always hard for me to tell exactly what you guys can see depending on the angle of the monitor for me as well. So yeah, this is day 2. I'm actually really happy with it, and I could see myself wearing this out if I decide to go out for dinner or out to a club. Not that I generally do much of that these days. So yeah, so I'll see you again tomorrow with look number 3. Hey guys, it's day 3 of my palette bingo using my Zodiac palette. So I'm just gonna sort of try and get in there and see if you can see the look. And I've just ignored the lipstick. I actually I've been trying to still use my Project Pan Products lipsticks, and unfortunately with the Zodiac palette, the 2 lipsticks I've got as part of the Roulette Pan collab don't really go. So I did the best. I used my Jeffree Star Cosmetics bronze lipstick and just tapped on some of the pink eyeshadow, sort of this little one over the top there. So it actually doesn't look too bad in the photos, which I've decided I'm going to pop them up when I put this video all together as well. So that way you get to see the look in different lights, because it's really hard to get the lighting right, as I've said probably half a dozen times now. So the colours that I used today were simply the blue here from Colourpop, and I used this pink one here, just a little bit to sort of lighten the center. So I tried to go for a halo eye today, which I'm not real good at, but I am getting more used to bringing my eyeshadows up a little bit higher to sort of offset my hooded eyes, and that was the purple that I decided to use to sort of create the halo around here. So yeah, pretty happy with it. I've also taken a photo to do a comparison compared to yesterday's look, so I will actually pop that in as well so you can see the difference. I do think this one is not as dark as yesterday's, and more of a maybe a night, a daytime look. Definitely not something I'd be used to wearing out in the daytime, but I think by the time I'm done with this palette, I'm going to be a lot more used to wearing colour than I was before. So plans for tomorrow are to try and get away from the colours that I've used today and yesterday, and try and create something completely different. So I'll see how I'll go with that one. So I'll catch us tomorrow. Hey guys, it's day 4 of my palette bingo with my Zodiac palette, and I really wanted to try and do something a little bit different today. So I steered clear of the blue and I used a different purple. So I'll show you quickly which ones I used. So I went for the pink here, just on the inner half of my lid, and sort of brought it up a little bit higher. Then I've got the purple there, sort of on the outer corner and up into my crease, and then I've tried to darken it up just with the brown there, and which I've also used. I tried to use it as a liner. I'm absolutely hopeless doing eyeliner. I tried yesterday. My husband sort of said to me with my look yesterday that he thought it would look better with a wing. So you know, and I agree with him. False lashes and a wing also always make a difference, but I'm hopeless at both. So today I got one of my brushes, to like liner brushes, rather than using an actual eyeliner pencil or like a liquid eyeliner, and yeah, so it didn't turn out too bad. Still didn't do a wing, but I just wanted to darken up the lash line a little bit, and then I've gone in with that one again, just sort of underneath in here, So my inner corner highlight, I've actually used one of my Roulette Pan collab products. It was this Australis Metallics tub, so I've been trying to use that up. So I'm just going to fix my fringe up. So now that I've got that palette out of the way, so I'll just come in again for a closer look. It's yeah, not unhappy with it. It's definitely different than what I have done the last couple of days. So and I am still using my Urban Decay Naked palette, the original one. So I've been using that sort of as a like just to put like a base shade down, and I've mainly been focusing on these first 3 shades. So they've been really good even for a brow highlight, and sometimes I think I end up using it over the lash line, the pink, really light pinky sort of purple colour, just because it was so bright and I wanted to tone it down a little bit with the rest of the look being so matte. So yeah, and then the lipstick I ended up pulling out. It looks horrendous in the tube, it looks so bright, so I'm not sure what colour it's going to come up for you guys. I might actually just swatch this for you, because it comes out so bright and then in the end it dries down not too bad. So it's a very rich, deep sort of a magenta, and yeah, it dries down a little bit softer than that. But what I decided to do, just because again because of my Roulette Pan collab, I'm trying to incorporate those products in as well with my daily look. So I ended up going with the Jeffree Star Bronze Goddess lipstick, and just had a bit of fun and just sort of put that on the inner of my two lips. So I'm not sure how it's going to come up on camera. Again, it really frustrates me that I can't sort of see back until I edit to see whether or not I'm actually giving you guys a good look and getting a true reflection of what the colour looks like in real life. So anyway, so that is the look that I've come up with today. Tomorrow is day 5, and that will be my final look for the week before I record my weekly update, only because I try to get the video up on Sunday. That's Sunday for me, and which means that normally I would do it on Saturday, where I could record a 6th look and then I could get my editing done on Saturday and then try and get it up and ready for Sunday upload. But unfortunately, well, not, I shouldn't say unfortunately, fortunately I have a gig to go to. My son's band is playing locally, so yeah, we've decided to go along to that, and I didn't want to be trying to be pushing and doing my makeup, filming and editing and everything, plus then going to his gig as well. So that yeah, would have just made it a really full day, and I didn't want to fall behind and not get the video uploaded on time. So yeah, so I think 5 looks in 1 week is pretty fair anyway. So I did struggle with today's look. I'm sort of running out of ideas of different things to do with the 6 colours that I've got. So it'd be even more interesting to see what I come up with tomorrow. So yeah, I really have no clue at this point what I'm going to do. So I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye. Okay guys, here it is. Here is the final and 5th look of my palette bingo with my Zodiac palette. So I've been mucking around again with the settings on my ring light and with my blinds, so which I think I mentioned already in my introduction this morning. So I decided to try and go a little bit more matte today, and I've got a little bit of shimmer in there, as you can see, just sort of up the top here and still on the inner corner. And I also used my Naked palette. I just sort of grabbed the black out of there to darken the corner up, and I lightened up my brow bone with this one here, and I also brought in an Urban Decay eyeliner. I didn't want to use the usual charcoal one, so this, I use this one, Abyss, just on my lower lash line. Sorry, I just bumped something, wasn't sure what I hit, so you can see that there. I can see it on the screen, hopefully you guys can see it. So I have a whole heap of brushes here to clean that I've been using throughout the week. So because they're such strong colours that I've been using, they really do need a clean. So I've got plenty of clean brushes ready for next week for the colours that I use next week. So I probably should have double checked this before I started recording. I'll bring it up on my phone, hang on a sec. So I'm just going to quickly let you know what the rules are for, or it's not really the rules as much as the colours that I've got selected for next week. So I will put it up on the screen as well. So what I've decided to do is stick with the same 6 numbers. So it was 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 12. So what I'm going to do is that will change. So last week what I did was I went across, or I should say this week, I went 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, whereas this time I'm going to actually go 1, 2, 3 and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the only one that stays the same is the numbers that stay the same are 1 and 12 on the palette, but I didn't have number 1 selected, so that doesn't matter. So the only repeat shade I think is going to be this one here. So according to those new numbers, so this is going to be number 3. So instead of this blue, I've now got this blue, and then I'm going to, oh no, there's been a repeat. I have, oh no, there actually is more repeats than I thought. So that's number 3, and then we've got, that becomes 5 again. So I've got this color again. That's now 6, so that's a new color there. And then I have 7, which used to be 3, so I've got that one again, and then I've got 8 again, and I've got 12 again. So the only 2 new colors I've got to work with are these ones. So that's definitely going to be a challenge, but we'll see what we can do with that one. But you've got to remember that I do have the Naked palette to work in a little bit more with it. So that's probably the thing that I'm finding the hardest is trying to come up with new looks using the same colors every day, because I'm one of those people who tends to just stick with doing the same eye shape, and I just use different colors every day, but always do the same old look. So that's something that I have been learning to do a little bit differently with this challenge, is to try to create different looks. I did have a go at a halo eye. Like I said, I don't know how well that came across in the final look. I mean, I know I've got very hooded eyes, and a lot of people have hooded eyes, so they learn to work with that shape. It's just something I haven't learnt to do yet, and I am trying to do that. So I think that's one thing I can take away from this challenge so far, is that I have learnt to work with my eye shape a little better. I've learnt to bring colour up a lot higher, so I've got plenty of upper lid space, a very small mobile lid, so that's definitely something that's been good. And yeah, I've had heaps of compliments from everyone saying that I suit the pink and the purples well. So I guess pink's never been a problem for me, it's been more the purple, so and definitely blue. So it's something I can take away from this, is that I shouldn't be afraid to use those colors. And I've also gone way darker than I ever would, and look, I'm getting more used to wearing the darker shadows, but yeah, I'm building them up more, and just overall the look is a lot darker. To me, it's still something that I would more likely wear if I'm going out at night rather than just going down and doing grocery shopping. But there's plenty of people out there that have the confidence to do that, and that's just the norm for them, whereas it's not for me. So maybe one day I will get to that point, but you know, baby steps. So it's only week 1. So yeah, it's been fun and has been challenging, which is the whole point. It's not meant to be easy. So well, hopefully this look will come across a bit better on camera than what some of the other ones have, but we'll see. If this one comes across better and I want to include it, I'll probably just include all 5 days, and plus insert some photos, and I've got the comparison photos as well. So yeah, so thank you for being part of this challenge with me, and thank you for joining me in this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.